Hey guys, Josh McDermott here. Posting this on Facebook and then also be posted on my YouTube channel. Psalm 144:1. Blessed be God, my rock, who trains my hands for war and my fingers for battle. And I'm still converting that to memory. But that's Psalm 144:1. That's my new YouTube channel. But I want to address a few things I feel God's been leading me to address, and it just happened to come out today that uh, I woke up this morning and Cecil the lion was all over the news for being killed, and you know all that stuff. And as dramatic as that is, I think the guy, I didn't get all the details, but I think the guy did that pretty dirty, from what I understand. But nevertheless, it's a lion, thousands of miles away. It's probably killed hundreds of thousands of zebras and antelope in its life, and it was taken for a trophy. It could be a big deal if you don't have anything else going on in your life. But as Christians, when there is men, women, and children all over the world being persecuted for being a Christian, even Muslims over in Iraq and the Middle East are, ISIS is running around. There are men, women, and children that are being hunted like the lion. They're being shot, stoned, thrown off buildings, beheaded. Their heads are being taken for trophies as well. And it's just a little bit upsetting to my spirit that we're getting all worked up about a lion when there's people, especially children, being treated in the same way. And then there's the whole thing, which I posted on my Facebook, which I posted some pretty grotesque, nasty photos of aborted children, not fetuses, but babies. And that's something that I kind of want to address, is that, as Christians, it's okay to be concerned about a lion and be concerned about this and that, but babies are being killed. Kids are being killed, from abortion all the way to sex trafficking, slavery, ISIS beheading them. We get Chicago. There's young adults killed every day, and we get a lion over in Africa gets killed, and it's like, oh, it's all over the news. But it really kind of pisses me off that Christians are, I've seen, donating to Save the Wildlife Fund and save the lion and all this stuff, and it's like, or stopping trophy hunting. It's like, well, what about stopping killing humans and killing kids? What about that? So I'm going to take the unpopular stance, and I'm going to say, Christians, let's, before we get all hot-headed and jumping the gun and getting on the bandwagon of stuff that honestly really doesn't matter spiritually. If you look at, we're supposed to be building God's kingdom. If you look at it from a spiritual perspective, does that really matter? No, it doesn't. There's a lot of stuff that doesn't matter. There's a lot of stuff that I'm interested in that doesn't matter spiritually to build the kingdom. So that being said, little rebuking, take it or leave it. If you don't like it, unfriend me. I say this in love, but if this is convicting you and you don't want to deal with it, you know what? Unfriend me. I don't really care. But if you're jumping on the bandwagon to take care of a lion, or donate to the Bruce Jenner Fund, or getting caught up in all this stuff that's going on, and you have yet to clothe someone, or yet to feed widows and orphans, or yet to clothe or help somebody get back up on their feet, if you're a so-called Christian, you're wrong. You might, it's like that saying, you might know you're a redneck when, yeah, you might know. I'm just saying, I'm not calling you a hypocrite. I'm not saying that, but you might want to do a spirit check. We got babies that are being aborted, and it's like it gets swept under the rug, and it's the end days, and the good is going to be bad and bad good, and that's exactly what we're seeing in politics and all this other stuff. And like I said, I posted earlier I posted some pictures, and I posted some stuff in love, just like this video is done in love. It's not to shame anybody, but if you've had an abortion, that's especially if you ask God for forgiveness and stuff like that. That's totally and I'm not here to judge. Even if you haven't, I'm not here to judge. Um, but I can take action without judging, and I have a right to state my opinion. First of all, spiritually in the Bible, it's not really my opinion, but I have a right to stand up for what is in the Scripture. First of all, and second of all, I'm American, and I have a First Amendment um, to do that. Their opposition can take their stance. I can take my stance. The only difference is I'm doing it according to the Word, and I'm doing it in love. And it's been on my spirit to start standing up for the ones that can't take care of themselves. And when I hear the whole story about a lion and all this other stuff, and it's like it's pretty upsetting to see a lot of Christians getting swept up in the whirlwind for that. But there's still, I don't even know a number, but it's something like 10,000 kids a day or something like that, or I'm sure it's way more than that, being aborted. I haven't spoke with a female that's been raped and had an abortion out of that. I spoke with a few females who have had abortions and from different perspectives. And they're all saved Christians now, and so I've got it from that perspective. So I'm still seeking out answers and praying and trying to figure out, obviously murder is wrong no matter what. And I'm still praying about those situations that kind of fall into that gray area as far as what led to that baby coming. But when it comes to the actual baby itself, there's no gray area for me. It's the baby's there. And if you want to join with me in prayer, and I mean that's the only way we're going to change. Jesus is coming soon. God's judgment's coming, and it's not going to be pretty, and especially when we're not a Christian nation anymore, according to Obama and a lot of the other Americans here, and it's pretty sad. We're going to be judged pretty harshly for letting. God's going to come back and hold us accountable and say, well, I gave you a little bit to take care of. Why didn't you take care of it? There were babies. You're an adult. You read the Bible. How come you're not taking care of my kids? So we're all going to be held accountable. So you need to decide if you're going to be rewarded or you're going to be on the other end of it, held accountable for your actions or inaction. But you can check out my Facebook page, read all the posts and the pictures. And like I said, this isn't to judge. This is done in love. And, just bring it to your attention. And it's something that needs to get, I believe, more attention than a lion getting hunted in Africa. So God bless. If you have any comments, whatever, post them, message me. You know how to get a hold of me. So, all right, God bless.